The news you can count on. Mayport to Ponte Vedra Beach. The Island Times News Update begins right now. Here's Tom Patton.
Welcome to the Island Times News Update. I'm Tom Patton. The Neptune Beach City Council got its first formal look at a master plan for improvements at Jarboe Park at their workshop meeting Monday night. The ambitious plan presented by lead planner Buck Pittman of Pittman Landscape Architecture would make several significant changes at the park, including the addition of more pickleball and volleyball courts while maintaining the existing tennis courts, and removing the parking lot at the west side of the park for the construction of a multi-purpose field surrounded by trees. The pond at the park would be reconfigured and include a bandstand or gazebo on the land in the middle of the pond, which would more resemble an island. A water feature would also be added to that area. Restrooms would be added to the Girl Scout building on the park, and the existing restrooms would be updated. Playground equipment would be divided into age categories. On the east side of the park, the existing basketball court would be replaced by a new one that would also serve as the area for the green market. Some permanent stalls might be built for the green market, and grassy areas would be available for vendors to set up tents. The community garden would be moved as well. Neptune Beach Mayor Elaine Brown said that the plans presented Monday represented a starting point for discussion about how to best improve the park.
This is now coming back out to us to say, okay guys, look at it, and then we'll take it from there and get more zeroed in on phasing, on cost, on phasing it in and what we're going to do and how we should make those steps happen and how each one should complement what's coming after that. So there's a lot more work to be done. This is not etched in stone.
Vice Mayor Scott Wiley says he has several concerns about the plan. He presented a list of 21 to the city manager. And while he agrees with a lot of what is in the plan, there are some things that may not be the best return on the investment the city plans to make in the park. Wiley said he recently talked to about 20 parents who were using the park over 3 weekends this spring to get their ideas about what the park should have that it currently does not. The top concern, he said, were the number and location of restrooms at the park.
Second thing was more playground equipment for the children, all ages. That was the second concern. And then the third concern was shade over the playground equipment. The parents that had kids over there were saying during the summer months, extremely hot, equipment was hot. They just could not use the park as much as they would like to use, and they like to have some shade over the park.
Wiley also said that parents preferred that the play areas were not divided so that if they had children of different ages, they could watch them more effectively. Pittman countered that play spaces for children does not necessarily mean playground equipment.
These raised mounds here kids love to play on grassy mounds and climb up and down or whatever. So that could be considered a play space. The recreation space over here, perhaps with a labyrinth. I put that in there because of my personal experience with them, and kids, I've never seen kids that didn't love walking or even running through labyrinths. It's just a fun place for them. And in addition to the passive recreation, just providing just open green space that they can play in. So, if I add those all up, we end up with a net gain of 59,000 square feet of recreation space for kids.
The city staff now needs to establish dates for public workshops on the park plan, as well as look at what it might cost to make some of the changes. The Jacksonville Beach City Council approved rate and fee increases for the use of some public facilities at their regular meeting Monday night. The city staff arrived at the increases based on comparables gathered from other cities. At the Conference Center in South Beach Park, rates would go up by $15 to $15.50 per hour for meeting rooms and $25 to $50 per hour for the exhibition hall. Some rates for internment in the cemetery would go up significantly, but City Manager George Forbes said that they were still lower than those charged by similar cities that were examined. Fees for use of the city's sports facilities would increase by $50 per use. All of the fee increases were passed unanimously by the council. When we come back, Neptune Beach plans street closures for July 4th. This is the Island Times News Update.
The news you can count on. The Island Times News Update will be right back.
Charlie's Tropic Heating and Air Conditioning in Atlantic Beach offers a full range of residential and commercial heating and air conditioning services, from new installation to replacement and remodeling. Charlie's Tropic Heating and Air Conditioning can keep your home comfortable year-round, and they offer preventive maintenance contracts to keep your system running at peak efficiency. Charlie's Tropic Heating and Air Conditioning is an authorized Bryant dealer and will service all brands. For year-round comfort in your home or business, contact the original Charlie's Tropic Heating and Air Conditioning at 241-1788.
Welcome back to the Island Times News Update. I'm Tom Patton. In an effort to ease traffic congestion on 1st Street in Neptune Beach on July 4th, the city is planning to close portions of the thoroughfare to all but pedestrians, bicycles, and local residents during the July 4th celebration at the beach. Each year on July 4th, 1st Street is choked with tens of thousands of people riding bicycles up and down the street, and allowing cars on the street as well creates major issues for police and first responders who might need to travel on the street. Neptune Beach Police Commander Gary Snyder presented the plans to the Neptune Beach City Council at their workshop meeting Monday night. The Neptune Beach Police Department plans to close 1st Street from Cherry to North Street to local traffic only, with signs every block at 2nd Street to limit the number of people attempting to drive on 1st Street. The segment from Florida Boulevard to Seagate will be closed to vehicular traffic, with only local residents allowed to come and go from their homes. Snyder said that residents will be on the honor system and told Councilman Rory Diamond, who lives on 1st Street, that guests planning to visit friends who live on 1st Street will be allowed to go to those homes. However, he cautioned if residents are planning large parties, they would be well advised to give their guests alternatives for parking, as the street will be designated a no parking zone for the day and cars could be towed. The city will also have a manned tower in the area to be able to better keep watch on the festivities, and the city's new drone will also be employed for surveillance. The city is instituting a See Something, Say Something campaign for the day. They're asking that residents and visitors report any suspicious activity to authorities. There will be a heavy police presence on 1st Street and in the area around Town Center during the 4-day weekend. The Jacksonville Sheriff's Office is loaning officers to the city to help supplement the police presence and to help direct traffic off the island following the fireworks. The final phase of dune restoration in Jacksonville Beach will begin July 24th, according to the City of Jacksonville, and the contractors working on the project. The project will restore dunes between 14th and 27th Avenue South and will be completed by July 29th. Mayor Charlie Latham said in a city Facebook post that additional details will be released closer to the beginning of the work. Red Roof Inn has purchased the former Days Inn property on Atlantic Boulevard in Neptune Beach. The new owners appeared at the City Council meeting on Monday night to let the council know they plan to pour some $750,000 into the property. They also asked if they could maintain an easement that is on city property in the parking lot of the motel at no charge, a request that the council said it intends to grant. And the Florida League of Cities recently recognized Atlantic Beach Mayor Mitch Reeves with a 2017 Home Rule Hero Award. Mayor Reeves earned this prestigious award for his tireless efforts to advance the league's legislative agenda and help protect the home rule powers of Florida cities during the 2017 regular legislative session. Home rule is the ability for a city to establish its own form of government and enact ordinances, codes, plans, and resolutions without prior state approval. The Home Rule Hero Award recipients are local government officials, both elected and non-elected, who consistently respond to the League's request to reach out to members of the legislature and help give a local perspective to an issue. In just a moment, a look at the weather for the weekend and the week ahead. This is the Island Times News Update.
The news you can count on. The Island Times News Update will be right back.
Beaches Academy Child Care Center in Jacksonville Beach has been offering affordable, loving child care to families in the Beaches communities for 35 years. Conveniently located on Penman Road, Beaches Academy offers care for children from infants through preschool, with programs that encourage learning and outdoor play. Our affordable tuition means families can get quality childcare at a price that fits their budget. Contact Beaches Academy at 246-3885 and schedule a tour of our center. Beaches Academy, the child always comes first.
The news you can count on. Mayport to Ponte Vedra Beach, forecasting your beaches. This is your local look weather.
Well, the tropics are quiet now that Tropical Storm Cindy has pushed ashore at the Texas-Louisiana border, but it is a reminder that hurricane season is well underway as summer begins. It's going to feel a lot like summer on the island over the weekend, with high humidity and temperatures climbing into the mid to upper 80s and lows only falling into the mid-70s. The weekend will be mostly rain-free, though we may see a stray shower or thunderstorm by late Sunday, and there's a good chance of showers and thunderstorms Monday and Tuesday. The Island Times is always digital, always free at theislandtimes.com. Like us on Facebook and follow us on Twitter to be the first to know about stories posted on the Island Times. I'm Tom Patton. Thanks for watching.